Hey, can we bow our heads?
Bring us in, yo.
Alright, y'all. Close your eyes, yo.
I just had them closed. You should have done this when I was hit the jail pose with my fucking...
Dear Lord, Father God, we come to you asking you to watch over us. Please pray over Baltimore. This is a ceasefire weekend. Please shower Baltimore with your unconditional love and guidance and your light. Lord, please give us the discipline to sit out in this desert heat and endure the sauna and endure the savannah. Lord, we ask that you keep us hydrated. Toast up the wealth and health. Black excellence. Colin Kaepernick signing to the Ravens in the BDM podcast.
Yes, Lord.
In Jesus' name.
Showing higher. Showing higher.
Amen.
You have an orgasm and shit, yo.
Alright,
You gonna...
I know. I don't want to get struck down.
Say, yo.
Is it a full moon tonight?
Right.
We drinking this fucking Arta?
Oh, damn. I ain't take the shot.
Alright, yeah.
Woo.
You sipping it like it's a cocktail. Like, that's cool, man. That's an expensive
like it?
taste, yo. That's expensive taste.
Yeah, we don't want you to choke again, yo.
Now your face turning red.
Like she died for like 10 minutes last night. You good? Yo, she ain't even swallowed her shit yet. Oh, well. This is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We are right in the middle of the conversation.
Right in the middle of the ER.
Yo, what are you doing? Yo, what happened?
I don't know. There's something hit me. Let's keep going, please. Just keep going, please. Not allergic reaction.
This is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We are right in the middle of the conversation. I am your host, Mr. Freeminds. To my left, I have
Jeepers Creepers.
Taylor, a.k.a. Dot. To my left, I have...
Heavy J. Heavy.
Pastor Christian, if anybody has any medical type of knowledge, please help me out.
if anybody gets this message.
Before it's too late. This shit not gonna air until motherfucking like Wednesday though. Like it's too late. He dead.
Drink of the day is Arta Reposado Tequila.
Oh, that's Reposado.
And this was, we got this from Quarry Wine and Spirits out here in Baltimore. I think.
Oh wait, that's fucking Patrick's.
that's what we were going to.
Shout out to fucking Pat Murdoch.
Shout out
I don't
Pat.
even know how to say his last name, but I think that's how you say it. But shout him out, okay, at the Quarry, giving us our fucking delectable fucking tequila and shit. We see you out here. Go visit Patrick at the Quarry. Fucking, I think he works.
It's a cool.
I don't know his fucking shit, but I think he's there on every Saturday. He's there Saturdays. Saturdays. So fucking.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Corey.
Shout out to that shit. That's dope.
It's a good drink.
I'm gonna start going there for the selection. Yo, they got a bunch of stuff I never even seen before.
It's huge.
It takes me more and more time
shit.
every week to find something because it's like I'm like, all right, I've seen this before. That probably tastes like that. You know, so I'm like, I went there. I saw bottles I never even heard of. So I'm gonna start trying to get it from there whenever I feel like driving out there. But yeah. So I mean, ain't nobody. Hopefully, won't get boycotted today because. You know, it's been a lot going on in the
LBGT community.
Yeah. I don't even know how to really. Well, for one, Bobby Valentino got caught up. Bobby Valentino got caught up. He ain't want to slow down, you know. So he was caught basically trying to flee some transsexual woman's. Transgender, I don't even know. What's the term transsexual or transgender? Are those two different things?
I think it's two different things.
Okay, so I think the term is transgender. I think it's transsexual or something.
I don't know, man. I'm not educated.
Transgender, I think, is the terminology.
Is the identification?
It's like what you.
Yeah.
If they're, I don't want to say group because people be sensitive. So.
What is
So he was
transsexual?
messing with a guy that looks and presents himself like a woman but has a dingaling, right?
Possibly.
Yeah. No, possibly. Yes.
Yeah, probably.
But it looks like a female. What is that then? What do you call that?
No, because I thought some of them will go through the surgery and they're still considered transgender.
I don't know. I don't think it had the surgery. That's the thing. That was the problem. I don't think it had.
That person probably didn't.
I don't think she had the surgery.
There's all this etiquette and ways to say things.
Yeah, I'm not.
People's feelings
Right.
and shit.
I'm ill-equipped. I don't know how to address it. I don't know what they call the person.
Either way, the person was born a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lil Scrappy was there too.
Or a girl.
And then
Oh no, I'm talking about in Bobby Valentino's situation.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah, Lil Scrappy was there, and he said, "I don't know, Bobby V's into that. I was just there for the party or whatever."
But
I'm like, like.
Why would you be there though? Because I feel like
I mean, there were females there though too though. Like, it wasn't just like them three.
So maybe
it was other guys, other females.
I don't know, because Scrappy could be on the DL. Like he looks a little sketch.
Girls got the gaydar, so
he looks a little sketch to me.
He did.
He was legit running from the female
like
on that video. Yes.
Yeah.
And
if you're not doing nothing, you not.
What do you have to hide?
Right.
Yeah.
There wasn't nobody else in the apartment when the person was filming. You know, like it was just them two.
Exactly, and she said he didn't want to pay me. So of course
that's
he
the whole
found
reason,
out.
basically why
he was just like, "Yo, what's that?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he just should have paid.
He should have just paid me. Like, yeah, yo, nobody need to hear about this or whatever. I ain't know you was like.
But she still might have.
No, because I think he did know that's what he was dealing with, and because that wasn't his first instance though, so it was like he's like a repeat.
He had to know when they were partying together that wasn't like 100% female though. He had to know like. I think he knew because that wasn't the first situation he was in. Because then a bunch of other pictures and stuff was resurfacing.
That's a really scary thing. Like take away from like, you know, whatever you decide that you are and like your feelings in that and like being fucking victimized and being whatever, like being sensitive about the damn subject. Like take away from that and just think about someone fucking just not knowing, like you just out, you fucking partying, having a good fucking time, and you know what I'm saying? Because that some of the fucking transsexuals really look fucking better than damn fucking actual females. Like they be really out here like with the makeup and everything.
You know,
like
they really be outlandish, really
up, like they are really like, and they really look like
out of their way.
You would never
like
know,
female,
like you would never know. And I'm just like, think about that shit, and like you
female.
really don't think that that doesn't cause for someone to be fucking mad or someone to be irritated with you. Like I feel like if that's what you're gonna do, that's what you're gonna do, and that's fine. But you need to make it known. Like there should be no. I don't understand about someone feeling like scared or what. This is what the fuck you're deciding to fucking do. So why are you scared about it? Like you decide that you're changing yourself into a female, so you should feel comfortable enough to let people know like this is what you're doing and not feel scared about it. And people are like, oh, I feel scared about it because I don't want to get beat up. No one's gonna beat you the fuck up. They're only beating you up because you're not saying shit and you're fucking being shady and waiting until like someone finds it out, and then they're and that's like natural reaction, especially like for like a nigga, like and niggas' egos are out of this motherfucking world, and like you know what I'm saying, you get a nigga in a spot like that and that's vulnerability.
It's
niggas
not
hate
just a
that
nigga,
shit.
Honestly, for girls.
But yeah, a female too, like
a female that's a dude now came to me and told me that. I would just be like, yo, bitch, get the fuck
what's going on?
Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
get the fuck out.
Again, I'm all for whatever you want to do. Like, do whatever you want to do. I'm not judging you, but I do feel like you need to speak up.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it's deception. Like
it is.
You know, it's like I feel like if somebody were to, and I know some people might be sensitive at the fact that I'm about to make this comparison, but if somebody was knowing that they had some type of STD, didn't disclose it, and decided to
let it burn, bitch. Like,
I knew that song meant something. I always knew it meant something, yo. But
let it burn.
But if somebody was to do that knowingly,
I'm not gonna do it.
For one, that's a crime. Like that's a legit crime. Now, granted,
out here in these streets,
nobody's life is in danger. On the other hand, but at the same time, it's still a deception, yo. So it's like I feel like it's not cool, and I honestly feel like it should be illegal to do that to somebody because at the end of the day, you're misleading them to a certain degree.
Well, in some places it is like illegal. Well, as far as STDs go.
Oh yeah, that's illegal.
You know, that's illegal.
But I'm talking about in terms of not disclosing the fact that you used to be the opposite sex of what you are now to somebody that you know is sexually interested in you. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's not cool because it's like.
And I know it may be hard to like have that conversation and you're scared because you know it's obviously a sensitive thing and like you don't know how someone's gonna judge you and you don't want someone to judge you off of that. Like they liked you before they knew that shit. Now they may not like you, whatever. But like that's their option. Like they have the right to make a decision. That's prevalent and you need to say that. Like that's not something that is okay for you to hide and then hide behind the fact that you were scared that you're gonna get beat up or you were scared to be judged. Like you're gonna be judged regardless because you're switching your gender. So regardless, people are gonna fucking judge you.
I mean, there are people who are like just ruthless and extreme and just
and that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not okay at all.
But somebody being upset at the fact that they've been deceived, especially if they already had sex with the person, they're gonna be very upset because it's like, yo,
and you think about, and you're also it's like health reasons. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone doesn't know that and they're having sex with you, and then, you know what I'm saying, you might have had sex with other guys, and that's like a whole, you know what I'm saying? Then that turns into a whole situation that, like, again,
yeah, I just can't relate, yo. So I can't even shed that much.
But then here's the other thing, because I also feel like I don't want to speak solely one sided. There are guys that are into that, but they'll fake it like they not.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the type of stuff that I can't. I can't stand somebody that's. I
know. Listen, I know a guy who's a friend of a friend. He's a gay guy, and he was saying, yeah, you know, so and so. He walks around, acts like he's straight. He has a girlfriend. He has the whole facade going. But, you know, the whole time he was up in my bed, you know what I mean, not too long ago. And, like, nigga, niggas really be on the down low, and they would do everything to reinforce that they, you know, this heterosexual, you know, persona that they have, you know.
And I feel like that's where a lot of the violence comes in toward that you know, that like, community of people, because it's just like somebody's trying to uphold that image. And they're like, yo, I will kill you because I'm trying to uphold this image. I ain't trying to have myself be exposed.
Like, think of how many, like, macho, like, hyper masculine guys come out of jail, yo, who are gay, yo, and then they just try to pull their card, though, like.
And I think it's gross.
Scared of that.
I think it's
I'm scared to mess with a gay man. Like he relating like if a man.
That's what I'm saying. That's
scary. Loving me.
I know somebody that mess with guys that are bi. I'm like, wait a minute, are they bi or they just gay? Well, she like, no, I mess with guys that are bi. I mess with girls.
I don't believe guys can be bisexual.
We do, but we do have to.
She's like queer, so
we do have to figure out why. I mean,
she talks to everybody, so
we do have to figure out why it's such a fucking horrible, like, what are you doing?
Yo, I'm trying to get the BDN, yo.
We do have to figure out why it's such a, like I can't even think of the word. I'm having a brain fart. But like, as far as like women can be out here and be like loving all up on fucking other women, it's no big deal. People think that's sexy. People think that's cool. Like it's you know, it's a thing, whatever. But like, if a man were like, you know what I'm saying, I fuck bitches, but like, I fuck guys too. Like, we're all like, whoa, bitch. Like, maybe you're
we talked about
Katie,
that. We talked about that.
Whatever. And we, you know what I'm saying? Society has more of a problem with that. And they're like, no, you have to be one or the other. But they never tell women like, no, you have to be one or the other. Like, that's weird for you to be like that. Like, no one, like, it's no shame in it. And it's more of like, that's cool. Like, that's hot. Like, both of y'all come be with me. But again, like, if a guy were to be like, you know what I'm saying? I like females and I like males. People like,
no,
I don't know. Like,
I think that is definitely a double
standard.
It's a
horrible. That's a terrible
one that
absolutely
if you do what a man does,
that's what I'm saying. I personally am. I understand it, and I'm one of those people that is like, I'm not about to have no nigga in my bed that's fucking another nigga. Like, no, thank you. Even if you are fucking bitches, that I'm good. You can scoot on. But it's still wrong, regardless of how I feel. My morals and my opinions, like that's just on me, and I could be wrong. Whatever.
I agree with you.
But I'm just like.
So you said it's wrong. So those people
You know what I'm saying? I think it's wrong to have a double standard, that we have this double standard, and that like you all, if you all want to go out here and fuck niggas or talk to niggas in a flirty way or sit on a nigga lap, you can't do that. I know you're not. I know you're not.
I said
oh my god!
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my
time. No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I think it's just horrible that that's such a double standard that, like,
you know, you're right. Yo.
And when it comes to just being gay in general, that's like a thing where, like, and especially to me in the black community, because my thing is like, I grew up with white people, and like white guys are all for like going up behind their homeboy and smacking that nigga on his ass, and it's not looked at as to be like, it's like, oh, LOL, look at Josh and Danny being funny and shit, like them niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not
Jamal Keontae though.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know what's crazy though, because I remember like in the high school years, the guys in school, they would do all that playing around.
Yes.
I never could get with that. 'Cause I'm like, yo, I'm not touching this.
That's what I'm
saying.
But I'm saying, like, it's really a white thing, and like no one looks at that as being a gay. And I'm telling you, like, the white guys that do it, they fucking Brittany and Tammy and whoever else, like, they got side bitches on the side, like, they fucking bitches. They're not gay, like, it's not a gay thing, but you know, and that's what I'm saying. It's weird that like no one looks at that and it's like, whoa, buddy, like, I don't know. It's just like, oh, they're white. I don't know what the hell. But if two black guys come up to each other, you know what I'm saying, and embrace each other, you know, in a weird way like that, like slap each other on the ass, or, you know what I'm saying, kiss each other, or some like weird shit, people are gonna be like, oh.
I personally feel like because that is some people in this world's actual lifestyle, I'm not gonna play with that. Like, why do I want to even like play around as if I'm living that type of lifestyle when I'm not at any.
I think it's more of like they're just they're just so that's just who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I don't even think it has anything to do with like playing around with whatever. Like that's just who they are as people. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they come into a party, they greet you like, "What's up, Danny?" Like smack them up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just like a thing. Like it's like a legit. It's like a thing. Like I don't know. But I feel like it's more.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
It's more accepted for like white guys to do shit like that than it is for like black guys to do stuff like that.
So you think that's a
thing
good thing, or you think it's a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing.
That is accepted in
different culture.
But it's a thing though. Like it's really a thing. I see this shit all the time. And that's what I'm saying. I used to go to school with white people, and I used to see this shit all the time. And like things that like I would see white guys do as far as like them, the camaraderie and like what they do is way different from like black guys and like their camaraderie. And I feel like white bitches aren't judging, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like Danny and Sam could come into the damn party and do whatever, and like white bitches are not looking at them like, oh, he might be a little fruitcakey, like let me whatever. Like they not, you know what I'm saying? But if you know Tyrone and fucking whoever else come into the damn party, Tyrone and fucking Derek or some shit come into a fucking party and they fucking slapping each other on the ass and being funny and whatever, like all the black bitches like, oh,
right, they get their own
circle. That's catching that shit on Snapchat, like look at fucking Danny and fucking.
That's because we so used to seeing black men be so hyper masculine, like that's what it is.
It's rap
like,
music, y'all.
Yeah, like we so used to it, so it's like when you do see a black man doing that, you just like.
And half the rappers are gay. Fucking Kodak Black is gay. Like, ew.
That's
fucking
another
creepy.
thing.
I don't know nothing
he's
about
raping
that.
bitches and he's gay. Like, okay.
He's trying to convince himself that he's straight.
Did we ever talk about R. Kelly?
No, we didn't.
Trapped in the closet.
Okay, we can get to R. Kelly in a little bit. But
this bitch is in his basement.
But while we was on the topic of the whole, I guess the T in the LGBT community.
The juice.
The Jews?
I'd rather use the word juice than tea.
Jews?
The juice.
Oh, juice. Oh,
juice.
Okay. I'm not following.
I feel like
but
juice is for like saying you the shit.
I don't like the terminology tea. Spilling the tea.
No. That's not what I was talking about. I said the T of the LGBT community, like that part of the acronym.
Okay.
No, I never used that word
like,
in that.
It's corny, it's weird, and I don't understand it.
No, I don't.
The tea?
No,
what does that mean?
Not metaphorically speaking.
I thought it's just you drink that
I'll
shit.
drink tea, like legit tea.
What the fuck does that mean? Like, how does someone like?
Because when you have a tea party, it's usually women gossiping.
Oh, is that where that's where it came from?
Yeah.
I thought it came from the Kermit thing.
That's like, what's that show?
But it did come from the Kermit thing, but that's the whole thing. Like, it's all of the tea.
The golden, that should remind me of Golden Girls or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I never understood. I was like, how the fuck does tea and gossip relate to each other?
That's why I was like, what are you
talking
talking about?
Juice?
I thought you were relating transgenders to juice. I was like, wait a minute, I don't.
So a tea party's a gossip.
Oh, God. Okay, go on.
But there was a issue that happened with the Breakfast Club because they had Lil Duvall on as a guest, and he had basically said, the whole like LGBT community was boycotting the radio station because Lil Duvall had basically said like they put him in a hypothetical situation. It was like if he was ever in a situation where you had sex with a person and you come to find out that they were the opposite sex of what you thought they were when you had sex with him. His response was something along the lines of, "I'd be so mad, I'd probably have to kill him." And then they was mad, they went in an uproar saying transgender people are getting killed all the time. That's nothing to make a joke out of. But
that's that's your response.
Yeah.
Like,
that's an emotion.
Your initial response to someone that has betrayed you, and no one is looking at them as being the betrayers. People are looking at the victim, and that isn't being you're a victim. Like if someone, you know what I'm saying, is having sex with you and they're not explaining to you like who they really are, and something like that's you're victimizing someone, and no one looks at it on the guy's end of like everyone's just like, oh, you're a horrible person. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? They have a hard upbringing. Well, okay, what the fuck?
I agree.
But then he even cleaned it up later on and was like, well, I don't think I would literally kill them, but I would want to because I'd be that upset, which I can understand. Like that's not.
They have to stop being so
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they were being sensitive.
Like, what the fuck? Like again, I understand it's a hard thing. I understand it's a sensitive thing, but this is what the fuck you knew is going to happen when you decided that this is what you're going to do. And I'm not saying that that you should be judged for it. But at the end of the day, it's something different and it's something new and it's something that is like a taboo thing that people are not used to. Not everyone is going to accept that. And you shouldn't feel like everyone has to be like, oh, cool, because that shit is not in the Bible. That's not what the fuck is said to be going on. So if people are like, I don't know, whatever, like I'm not really sure if I believe in whatever.
Society ain't
like you don't like that's not something that I feel like you have to be like okay with.
Right.
And it shouldn't be pushed upon you to be okay with something like that.
Well, the thing that kind of annoyed me about the whole thing was they would took to Twitter and social media and all of that stuff against Lil Duvall, basically trying to demanding an apology from him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this. He said what he said.
Yep, because
he
meant
felt
it.
exactly what he said. What is an apology? Like that's one thing I can't wrap my mind around. People always pushing people to make these public apologies for something that they said. Like, yo,
they don't mean it.
if I didn't mean something that I said, I'm gonna clean it up. But if I said what I said and I meant it, I don't owe anybody an apology. Right. I mean, I'm not, as long as you're not saying like hate speech or kill these people, death or all, like, no, it's not even like that. But if I'm speaking from my perspective on something, I don't need to apologize for that.
Man, Trump can say what he wants to say. He don't need to apologize
Exactly.
to nobody. So I just
Exactly. He hasn't apologized once to anybody.
Nothing, yo.
It's like,
It's unapologetic, yo. Like, come on.
So
man.
it's like, I mean, I don't like the idea of people acting like, oh, my feelings are hurt by something that somebody said, and now I want them to make a public apology. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's not going to change how they feel. Because if he said it, maybe he did come out and apologize, didn't say he wound up in that situation the next week. He's going to do exactly what he said he would think about doing, whether he apologized or not. So it's just like public apologies and demanding an apology from somebody. Even if it's not like a public apology, even if it's like on some personal stuff, like demanding an apology from somebody and they did something that they felt was true to themselves is asinine to me. It's just like they're not sorry because they said and did what they want and what they meant it.
I just think it's crazy that you have to be so like tiptoeish over like that whole like whatever, and there's other things out here that are like just as sensitive and just as hurtful, and nobody fucking tiptoes over that shit. Nobody tiptoes over the fact that we being fucking slain out in these motherfucking streets. People don't tiptoe over that shit. People don't tiptoe over using the fucking N-word. Like no one's tiptoeing over that. No one's like, well, maybe you shouldn't have done that. That's offensive. You should come out. You should apologize. You know what I'm saying? No one gives a fuck. But as soon as you say something as far as like the LGBT community, it's like, whoa, like, why would you do that? You're insensitive. You're a horrible human. People have the right to do whatever they want to do. They can be whoever they want to be, whatever. And that's all good and well. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, if you're a heterosexual, straight person, you know what I'm saying? Something like that may not be in your comfort zone. You should not have to feel like something like that has to be in your comfort zone because that's just what's going on right now in society. And that's not okay.
Snaps.
Yeah,
but I mean, and also in light of that, you said you can't snap?
I can't snap with this hand.
Nah, I can't snap there. Shit.
Your snap's quiet.
Your snap's quiet.
Your snaps is quiet.
What the fuck, yeah?
You gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet.
He's gonna start a damn fire.
You gotta be quiet.
But in light of that, though, they did recently release, I don't think it was a Disney film, but it was like a Disney-like animated short film when they were showing like two homosexual children.
You said it was intense.
Children. They are.
Because it was a school. So
they are in grade school.
And they were the one gay kid was basically, I guess, coming out without using words because they weren't talking. Coming out to the other kid. Yeah, I watched the video just to make sure I knew what I was talking about. So it was like, he came out to the other boy, and it was just like a long. It wasn't long. It was like 4 minutes, but it was like it was a video, and everybody was like throwing praise on it. And I mean, I was just like, okay, like.
It was going with the concept of like love. You can't help who you love because it was just like
I get that.
It was like the heart was chasing after the boy, and then he was trying to keep his heart within himself, but like he couldn't keep it. Like the heart just kept going to the boy or whatever.
It's gonna be so much
so he's just like, you know.
Yeah, I know. This is like normal. This is what happens on an everyday basis.
To feel this way. Like, not everybody has to feel the same exact way on everything. And again, there's other things that
people are.
There's other things that people don't give a fuck about, and people speak on it. People say whatever they want to say.
How you gonna teach my kids? How you gonna show them a gay movie, a Pixar, whatever movie, Disney movie? Like, I can't believe you did this? What is wrong with you, motherfucker?
And again, I don't think that it's anything wrong with it.
No, this happens on a daily basis.
I don't think that because you're gay or because you're whatever you are, I don't think that you should be hated for it. That's not what
people don't talk about it.
You shouldn't be hated at all. You can be whoever you want to be, but I just don't feel like. I feel like in this society right now, it's being pushed on us.
I have a line. I have a line to where like my level of whatever it has a cutoff point, because it's just like, okay, nobody should be discriminated against, violently attacked, or anything like you said. Nobody should be treated like less than a human because of who they are. However, I don't have to be completely on the bandwagon for every single thing that they're pushing for or whatever it is.
And if we're not on board with it, doesn't make you a horrible human. It doesn't make you a terrible human. And it doesn't mean I'm
homophobic or...
Exactly. No,
like, I'm not scared of black... First of all, homophobia. A phobia is a fear. Mm-hmm. I'm not scared of gay people. Like, I mean, that's like people use homophobic when people don't agree with what, you know, whatever gay agenda is being pushed or message is being sent. That's not homophobic. I just don't agree. But I do have a line, and I mean, well, going back to the video, like I watched the video, and I'm just like, okay. I mean, like, it's a video. Like I was looking at the reviews and the comments under the video, and everybody was like throwing extra praise on this video, like it was the greatest.
This is great.
Like it was the greatest thing ever.
The greatest thing. Like that. Like it was people commenting and saying that, and like if you go on Twitter, like people sharing it, they're just like, yes, this is the best thing that ever happened.
And sometimes I feel like people are going along with it because they just don't want to be shunned, and they don't want people to be like, damn, you suck, you're a fucking hater, you blah blah blah. But like again, I can't. That's something that like I can't just go along with what everyone else is saying to make people feel better about themselves, because I have my own opinions and my own morals. I grew up how I grew up, and that's how I feel. And I would never.
If you go along with it, you're basically robbing yourself of your own integrity for real.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never just gonna go along with something because people. That's what people want, and that people want you to feel like if you don't. You know, you're a terrible person, you're a horrible person, and these things are going to happen to you, you're going to hell, you're this, you're that, and it's like, that's not how the world fucking works, like, at all. That's not how the world works. Everyone has their own opinions, their own views, their own morals, everyone grew up differently, and again...
How would y'all feel if y'all child came to y'all after they saw that video, though? Like, and they
that is my cutoff point.
Yeah, that's a good question.
And they asked you about it, like, I just saw this video of this boy, he is in love with another boy. Like, I thought that, and then your kid's like, I thought that wasn't, I thought man and woman was supposed to be together.
That's my cutoff.
Yeah, I got,
Oh, go ahead.
Now you go ahead.
That's my cutoff point. Like, I don't believe, because, I mean, children shouldn't really be exposed to sexual stuff, period, whether it's straight or gay. So, but I definitely would not want something like that being pushed, because children are so impressionable. Yeah. And like, if you put, say for example, a kid has a favorite TV show or a cartoon, and they just like the character because they like the character, but say that character is gay. So then that child who wants to be like that character that they see on TV might decide to want to be gay to be like the character, even if that's not a natural feeling for that child. And I just feel like homosexuality or sexuality, period, really shouldn't be put in the light or shown to children, because it's toxic. Like, it's not something that children should be exposed to at a young age.
You know what a gay person would come and say, but heterosexuality is in everything. It's in everything. Like,
heterosexuality is everything, but sexuality isn't.
But that's what we
everything.
were put on. That's how we were put on this earth.
Yeah,
like, that's how we were put on this earth as Adam and fucking Eve. So even everything's supposed to be centered around that, because that's what's supposed to happen, whether you want to do that or you don't, whether you want to be with a man and you're a man, or a woman and you're whatever you decide to do, that's fine. But like how everything is structured and like how everything came about was, again, Adam and Eve, a man and a woman.
I got a question about that. So do you believe that people were So for people who are, you know, like homosexual or whatever, people that are non-heterosexual, do you believe that they're born like that or they're socialized like that?
I think it's both.
I think that I feel like if you're truly gay, I feel like you know at a young age, and I feel like I believe it's innate. I think you are born into it. I think you are socialized into it, but I think for the most part you are born into it though. So I think the whole Adam and Eve thing is kind of like an out-of-dated concept type of thing. It's kind of like what we expect, but in reality, it doesn't happen like that. That's what I believe. I'm not gay or anything. That's kind of what I see. That's kind of how I see things play out. Like when
When I see kids, I'm like, yo, he probably gonna be gay or something. Like,
yeah, because there was some kids. I went to elementary school. There was some kids, and I couldn't tell what it was because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know. But then as I got older and I ran into this person again, and they were gay, I was like, that's what it was.
It's kind of like
now I see what it was.
I know why I like to eat this. I know why I like to do that. It's just. I've been socialized. I'm just born like.
I don't think.
Why do you think you have certain taste buds? Like, why do you think you like certain things? Like, I'm telling you, like,
I don't believe in it being born.
There are people who have gay parents and they're not gay. They don't come out to be gay, and they see that.
No, I'm talking about them, like that person. No. But because they're not born, they're not born gay. That's what I believe.
As a small child, and you grow up, and that's what you believe in. What I'm saying.
No, I think it's nothing to do with what you believe in.
People who live in a gay household who have two parents of the same sex, and they come out straight, and they're fine. Like, you know.
No, but I'm saying it's not what they were. It's not there with their preferences. It's not the preference they were born with. That's what I'm saying.
I believe that they're made.
I don't think you're born with a preference. Like, I really think it's a choice. I think it's
it probably is a choice. I'm just saying, I believe that you're born.
I think
that's what I said. I don't believe.
I think at a young age,
I think it's a choice.
I think you made the choice at a young age.
I think you know what you like.
I think it's a choice whether or not you decide to engage in it. But I do think what it is that you actually like isn't something that you actually made a conscious decision to, identify with. But I believe it's both. I believe there are some people that are just born the way they're born, but I feel like those are the segments of people that then create the socializing aspect of kids or whoever who just may not be sure to try to pull them to be like, this is the new thing, just.
But when you were speaking as far as like a parent, I would never shun my child. Like, if I had a kid and they are what they are, they feel how they feel.
So if they came to you and was just like,
explain
the movie to
them. I would
them.
feel.
How would you
feel? I don't know. I'd probably have like mixed emotions, and like my first initial reaction would be like, no, like that's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how this works. Like, you are supposed. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But like, after I calmed down and had collected my thoughts, whatever. I would talk to them and explain to them, this is what goes on in a household. But if you decide that this, the normal, correct way to do it is not what you want to do, and you are venturing out here and, you like the same sex as you, okay.
I don't know how I feel about it because I don't know that much about, like, the LGBT community to even explain a film like that to my child. Like, so if my child came to me and was just like, this movie I just watched is this boy, he likes this other boy, and you came to me, you told me it's man and woman and stuff, and I'm gonna be sitting there like,
my immediate reaction would be to write it off. Be like, don't pay that no mind.
Like.
So you have to talk to them about it, because if you say that, then they're gonna look for other answers.
Yeah,
I mean, I know. I'm not saying that's what I would want to do. To be like, yo.
That's what I'm saying. My initial reaction would be, whoa, like, what the fuck? What are you watching? Turn that shit
right.
It's
just like, whoa.
Like, we don't, whatever. But
I want to give you an answer.
That's your kid, and you have to.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. It's gonna be. It makes it harder for me to explain because I don't really understand.
Yeah,
right.
It makes me feel like I gotta go find a gay person and explain it to them.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law is actually what you would describe as homophobic. I don't really get along with her. My brother doesn't really get along with her, but she actually is homophobic because she is so afraid that my nephews would turn out homosexual that she goes to the extreme length to make sure they don't have anything that resembles or reminds her or even emulates anything of a lifestyle of a female. They're not allowed to have anything pink, purple, or yellow. If someone buys them presents like that, she throws it away.
Wow.
I remember one time somebody got them like a lunchbox or something like that. They threw it away. They're only allowed to wear certain colors. They cannot watch. They cannot watch certain shows that are designed for females.
And sometimes
they can't have certain toys.
Sometimes that pushes people into.
It's that extreme, though, Joe. It's that extreme. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, of course.
That extreme, but sometimes when you're pushing so hard for something,
you push
it in the direction.
It says a lot because she has gay men in her family, so that says a lot about who she is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense though, and that really bothers me though. But like my brother, like their father isn't like that, but just the mother is like that.
Right. Yeah, that's extreme. Like I wouldn't do that.
My brother, he uses like Blistex, but the kind he uses it like rolls up like lipstick. So she threw it out.
What?
Oh wow.
He got lipstick for both of his sons. I'm sorry. He got chapstick for both of his sons, and because it's spinned up, and the color is like what clear, like yellow.
Yeah.
Because it twists up and it doesn't like.
And you put it on like.
Yeah, and she threw it out. Like, yo, give me a fucking break,
So then
yo.
what do they do?
can't
car method squeezes out, or
they have the condoms in the jar too.
I mean, but that
like,
could be
so
lip gloss
extreme.
too. So
That's
it's like
so-
everything
that's so extreme,
cosmetic
though.
could be assumed to be gay.
But like you throwing out gifts from people because of the color.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's extreme. I wouldn't.
Homophobic
that
fear of her children.
That is
literally
legitimate, probably by the definition of homophobia.
They
like,
cannot watch certain things.
Like
but the way that they throw that word around is out of context,
Yeah,
and I don't like that because I feel like that's kind of trying to. That's one of those. You're either completely for everything that we want, or you're homophobic, and I don't like that. I don't like being polarized like that. Like I'm somewhere in the middle. I support, but only to a certain extent. Like I don't want to get into that.
yeah, that's a whole other thing, yo.
But going back to the,
I support it wholeheartedly. I just don't want it to be pushed upon me. And
right,
I don't want to feel like a monster because there's certain things that I'm not okay with, and that is okay. That's okay for other people to not, just like they're not okay with, you know what I'm saying, certain things too. We are allowed to not be okay with certain things in that whole type of community. There's certain things that like people don't like about the black community. What the fuck? It's okay. Like no one is out here like, damn, you're a fucking horrible ass person because you don't agree with such and such and such a thing.
It's like calling a white person racist because they don't like fried chicken.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, you don't have to like fried chicken.
You don't have to.
Like,
it's okay. Like,
I get it. I like fried chicken.
Yes.
So
exactly.
like,
That's what I'm saying.
Getting back to that video though, like with all the responses and stuff that I was looking at, I was just getting a little annoyed because it's just like, okay, the video was about, you know, it was a gay scene, but when I really think about it, like I looked at it in terms of, okay, if I made this a boy and a girl, this video was just. So when I looked at it like with the two gay kids, I'm just like, like I'm not gonna give the video extra credit because it's gay, like. Because the way I feel like the goal was always to be everything equal, everything on the equal. And the video was all right. Like it was okay. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is great because it's gay. Like it was just like, all right. What's next? Like that's just how I felt. Like I'm not gonna throw extra praise upon the video because it was gay. And I feel like that's what I was seeing, and that's what I see a lot of, like stuff getting a lot of extra attention. Like even artists, like what's his name, Sam Smith. He can sing.
Yeah.
The guy who made
Latch, and he's on. You talking about
I can't remember. Sam Smith. He was a singer, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's a soul singer and all this other stuff." And I'm like, Sam Smith is cool. Sam Smith is cool, but he's really getting a lot of this extra. He was getting. I think he won like some awards and stuff for his music, and I'm just like, this sounds like. Yeah, like a lot of other stuff, and the only reason I felt like he was getting a lot of that attention. I mean, he can sing. Like I'm not taking it from him, but it's like. What?
Yeah, he can sing.
Like what? Like there's.
I thought he was black.
But exactly. I think
everybody. Before I saw who he was, I thought he was
John
black.
D.
I thought he was black.
But
then when you really see, you're like, oh snap! Like,
I don't like the extra credit that's allotted to people or projects or stuff like that because it's gay. Because I feel like that does a disservice. Because now you're not looking for equality. You're looking for a boost, and that's not cool.
Yeah, probably.
So
I agree.
That's just how I feel.
Sick, man. Sick.
But R. Kelly.
I'll be quick with it.
Sick man.
For real? You was mad at R. Kelly about the sex cult?
Sick bastard.
Man, I'm not really surprised.
I wasn't surprised.
I wasn't surprised by it.
So
y'all think he did? Y'all think he doing it?
Yeah, of course I think
he
doing
himself
I
a
think he
Pied
doing it.
Piper.
Just shut up.
been
Like,
doing that.
what are you? That's what I'm saying. Like we knew. Like we've been.
My only reservation for that whole thing is if those girls aren't of age, then absolutely not. Like that's not cool.
He try to marry, or he married Aaliyah at fucking 15.
I mean, I'm talking about with his house thing.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he's been a fucking creeper and a predator for fucking years, like, and it's not okay. Like, certain people are just like, oh, it's R. Kelly, so they give that shit a pass. And that's the same as far as this gay stuff that's going on. Like, no, you don't get no pass, like, because you're a fucking artist and you make good music. Like, that's disgusting. You're out here fucking basically raping. I don't give a fuck if they're consent or not. Like, they're younger, you know that shit. They're old enough to be your daughters, and you're out here like putting together women in a like. No, it's not okay. It's disgusting, and the fact that shit gets him off is even more like.
So what's
alarming.
the difference between R. Kelly and Hugh Hefner?
Because that's consent. They want to come and do that shit, and they're old enough to do that shit.
Most of them Playboy models be 18 in their teens.
But I'm saying, like, he's running a fucking business. R. Kelly's not running a motherfucking business.
Right.
He's stealing bitches. Did you saw the fucking video of the girl? She looked shook. She's in there, like, saying stuff, but you can see, like, where there's, like, someone, like, in the corner, like, telling her, like, what to say. And it looks staged. She's in this, like, weird, like, I don't even know where she was. Maybe she was just, like, in a building. But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and she's just talking and just, like, no, like, I want to be here. I blah, blah, blah. And, like, you could just, like, like, what the fuck? That's the same as, like, what? Taz's Angels. All them bitches want to be there. They want to be fucking Taz. Like, that. And we ended at that. All the girls that are going to Hugh Hefner, they want to be there. And that's what they want to do. I don't necessarily know that these girls want to be with R. Kelly.
But my question is, how did they get there? Because unless they were kidnapped against their will or something like that.
They're probably aspiring singers.
He assaulted that young girl at his fucking at his show that one time. You don't remember that? He assaulted a girl, like he like had sex with her like backstage or something. It was a girl that was like in the crowd. It was a whole thing. It was like a whole thing on that shit. Like he's been doing weird predator shit for
R. Kelly is definitely not probably the best person to look up to. Like he's like a pervert. Like I'll say he's a pervert. Like
he is a pervert.
An extreme pervert.
He's a pervert.
But
I watched a video where he was talking about his fucking mom and talking about how he used to fucking like go back after she would like drink out of a cup and she had like lipstick on. She like drink out of the cup. He would go back and want to like drink after her lip prints on the damn cup. And he was talking about how he would have married her like if she wasn't his mom. That's how crazy this nigga is. Like shit like that is like, what are you doing? Like
that's incest.
R. Kelly is
that's not a predator. That's
pervert. Yeah, like that's something right there.
That's incest right there.
Like it's the whole video. Like this man is saying this shit out of his mouth. It's not even other people like saying that shit. It's him saying this shit out. Like, these words are coming out of his fucking mouth.
Donald Trump said he would marry his daughter.
I know. So I'm putting him in the same category. That shit is not okay. I don't give a fuck R. Kelly or not, hits or not. That shit is not okay.
Yo, he made you step in the ring of love. You know you did it.
I don't give a fuck. That shit
is
not
okay.
Though. I did. I just sing the whole.
Stepping in him, sex trade.
Whoa. But no, it's gross.
People.
That song was a classic though.
Yo, that shit came on like 15 years ago.
That's probably how you wake them up every morning. Yeah.
Oh my god, ew. Oh my god.
You turn it on the intercom, yo.
He probably do that shit.
Like in the name of love, yo.
He peeing on him, so it.
Oh my god.
Look.
And it's like he has children. He had a wife. Like why? Like that's great. Would he want someone to come out here and be doing that shit to his 15-year-old daughter or like anything 15-year-old son?
He probably be cool with
like
that
shit. Is not. He might try to.
She probably right. She probably drawing the
God.
That is wild.
And then it sounded like really weird because it was like he got some little house mother that's working with him too, and like
that's what I'm saying.
And like she teaching them how to call him daddy and how to please him, and that's
and
just
to me,
sick.
I don't even think like when people are comparing like the Hugh Hefner thing, I don't even really think they are really in there like fucking or anything. Like I think that all that shit is really for show. It's who he's built himself up to be, and they work for him. Like they in there like cleaning his motherfucking house and ironing his shirts and making him fucking breakfast, and I mean here and there he might catch the neck or some shit like that, but it's hella bitches. I feel like they're just in there for the camaraderie, for like a sisterhood, and they really in there just helping this old man out, like just doing
I mean,
whatever.
Yeah, now it's like ancient, but I feel like maybe before
I don't think he
it might not
really
have been
busting
so
them
wholesome.
down like that. Like
I mean,
back in the day,
literally like 300 years old, so it's
but
like.
Yeah, but back in the day, he was around the same age as the women that he's fucking whatever. So I'm just like back in the day, cool, but like now. He's not busting these bitches down. Like he's just there in his robe.
I don't even know if he can walk, so it's just
fucking
like,
chilling. That's what I'm saying. Bitches are just there cleaning his pool. Like that's what I feel like it's more.
I don't even think Playboy.
I feel like it's more for like just the scene of it, like just
Probably.
the whole.
Is
like
it still
the scene.
Playboy magazines?
I don't think so. I don't even think magazines.
It's online yet?
They probably like online.
I know it's a Playboy channel.
Well, why do that if I can just watch porn? Yo? Like, what's the point of the Playboy if you watch porn?
I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I get what you're saying in terms of how it continues. But my question is, I mean, my position is these women got there somehow. They got there somehow. I mean, unless I don't think he kidnapped them and put a bag over their head and dragged them to the house.
He could have also thrown a fucking party and just went around and obviously he knows young girls are gonna show up to an R. Kelly party. Bitches love to do stuff like that. Or
how did he get them there though? That's the thing.
He lured them with success.
He lured them there.
Have a party. Again, throw a party. You don't, and it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You have money and you're someone like him. He could throw any type of. He could have a kickback at his motherfucking house.
That's true.
Bitches are gonna show up. Bitches will want to spend the night because it's art. Just off the simple fact that it's R. Kelly, they're gonna spend the night. They're gonna want to sleep in his bed, and then he just takes that shit to a further level, and then maybe they can't get back home or they can't whatever. You don't know what the fuck's going on, what the fuck type of trap.
Yeah, that's when the house mother
trapped in the closet.
House mother
have some
house
shit
mother come in and
right. He might have her there.
Nowhere,
he might have her there to make them feel comfortable. You don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like if they're held in there against their will, is plenty of ways for them to bring light to the fact that, hey, I'm here, I can't get out, help me. Somebody.
You've never been put in a situation like that.
You don't know.
That's
probably be bitch slapping the shit out of them. You don't know.
I don't know.
I know somebody that was in a cult.
I would never I don't want to ever fucking downplay some shit like that, because if you are innocent, there's fucking people out here who are fucking kidnapping females and sending them off.
But
I would never I'm not gonna ever sit here and be probably.
But unless you're saying you think R. Kelly might be engaged in the sex trafficking business,
he might.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him either.
He's doing shit like this, so he might. I don't know.
I don't know. That's
it was a lot of girls in DC going missing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, R. Kelly house, huh?
Earlier this year.
Listen,
they all with R. Kelly.
And R. Kelly stepping.
They all with R.
Happy people.
Oh my God, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on that. I don't give R. Kelly much of a pass at all, just based on who he is. But I mean, people find themselves in situations sometimes that they put themselves in. It's only with so much you can cry victim. If
I agree.
If it's that bad, I'm pretty sure it's a phone in there. It's not like he got them living in there and this draconian lifestyle with candles and bars on every door. You can't go anywhere. You can't get access to outside life.
Man, that's like an after school program. It's like a club. They having fun in there, man.
And somebody got out. They drew attention to it. If it was that crazy, there would have been an investigation. Somebody would have went there. They'd have been like, "Yo,
probably is an investigation going on."
It probably is, but I mean, if they found something that was alarming, that would have came out already. They'd have been like, "Yo, they got shackles hooked up to the walls in here, so they can be like something would have been found."
Can he deny people from coming in his house?
Not if they conducted an investigation. If they conducted an investigation, then no.
But still, you never watched fucking Lifetime movies. Lifetime movies be crazy as shit. They be holding people and them bitches, and fucking cops come and they have a whole they shut the whole fucking. You know how much money this man has?
Section of the
they do
for
real, and they have a section where they shut it off. Sometimes it's wine cellars, and you don't even know because you just think it's fucking wine, but you pull that fucking door back and it's people back there. I'm seriously sometimes. Seriously, what the fuck? The movie, the new Halle Berry movie that's about to come out. Why the fuck? My damn fucking nail techs, they out here running shit because they had that shit before that shit even came. I seen that shit 3 weeks ago, but I got my nails done. And what the fuck? They were holding people. I don't want to ruin the movie, but they were holding fucking children in the damn ceilings.
Come on, don't tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry.
In the ceilings.
And that's what I'm saying. You go into someone's house, you're not
how you in the
damn,
ceiling?
You could be holding niggas in your ceiling right now.
How you in the ceiling? I'm sitting here thinking about how you in the ceiling.
No, you know how some people have what do they call
attics?
Attic.
Oh, the attic. Oh,
so it's like an attic, but they had it closed, and it just looked like a normal. If you were to unscrew that shit, and it's a hole, and it's fucking kids up there. You just don't know.
But I don't know because I feel like I would think that whoever's up there could hear people walking through the house. And they could be like, yo.
Yeah, but someone might say, when people come here, and if you make noise, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to kill your family.
Just tie somebody up.
I'm going to kill your family.
I don't think R. Kelly is that diabolical.
No,
he got people
we don't know R. Kelly. He's sick in the head.
I think R. Kelly is a sexual deviant. He's a pervert. But I don't think he's murderous. I
didn't know that.
He got a house mother She's the
How do you
murderous
fucking know
one.
that? But I'm saying, how do you personally, how do you know? Like, we don't know. Like, you right now could be a fucking killer. And we're sitting here and I like you. So if someone were to come to me and be like, damn, you think Mills could kill someone? I'm going to tell you no. Because I just, you know what I'm saying? But I don't fucking personally know what the fuck you be doing
into that
behind
freaky
closed
shit.
doors.
Into that freaky shit. So that's when they all linked up. Now they doing freaky shit. Like, I'm telling you.
You're someone that would probably have a fucking sex pole.
Wait a minute. I mean, come on now. You want Heavy's angels.
Okay.
You want Heavy's angels.
I want consent though. Like, I don't want people there against their fucking will. What the fuck?
But then
I'm gonna have like a Taz's Angels type thing. Only not Taz. It's me. It's Heavy. We lit, but I'm not. I'm trying to create.
They worshiping him, yo.
I'm trying to create jobs for niggas.
It's a
so
cult.
Come around my house and
They
just
he brainwashing them.
Yeah. But okay, brainwashing, but they're not forced though.
But I'm saying,
not like slaves.
when you're young, when you're young like that, you're impressionable.
That's what I'm saying. The person.
But how do we know they're all young though?
The person I know who was in a cult.
That's all he does. That's his thing.
I thought the girl that came out was like 20 something.
Yeah, she young compared
Do you
to
know how old he is?
I mean, come on now. I mean, Jay-Z's like 20 years older than Beyonce.
Fucking married. Like,
Jay-Z's.
That's consent.
This is
y'all don't understand what consent means over non-consensual shit. Like,
I know what consent means, but I also know that he didn't just yank him off the streets and put him in his house. I don't think
he yanked them off the streets. I think that there was a way that he lured them there, like a normal human. I think it was just, like I said, a kickback, a party, whatever. He knows that he's R. Kelly. He knows that this is what bitches in Hollywood or wherever he lives are looking for. And they're like, oh, shit, R. Kelly throwing a motherfucking kickback. Bitch, you want to go? We finna get dressed. And they get over there, have a good time. Bill Cosby's out this bitch fucking slinging fucking...
But think about it. R. Kelly has always been in that type of limelight. So if R. Kelly invited you to a party, would you go?
He has the notoriety.
I don't fuck with R. Kelly like that.
Exactly.
So
but at the same time, you know all the stuff R. Kelly has done throughout his life.
That's why he's flaunting success. That's why he's flaunting, like, I'll get you this record deal.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably an up and coming artist that he probably lured him with.
I think that it's, again,
I can believe that.
I think that he's just giving incentives.
You roll on tour with me.
Yeah, you do that, you get this. But you know what I'm saying? If you talk out loud, I'm not going to give you this money. Or if you say something to the police, I'm not going to do this for you. Or I'm going to put a story out there saying, you know what I'm saying? Because he could put a story out and say some crazy shit, and you just never know how the... You don't fucking know.
You don't know R. Kelly.
No,
I think he's just trying to have fun. I think he's a sick motherfucker. He's a sick guy just trying to have fun,
niggas who want...
I'm gonna have all these girls worship me, yo. I think that's literally.
And I think it's the thing where he's always washed.
I think it's literally like a midlife crisis type of thing.
I think he still wants the feeling of like young, sweet, hot
so
pussy. And it's like a thing where like I don't think he doesn't think he can get that shit. Good night. Switch topics. I'm over.
That's what niggas want. That's how you want. That's how you want.
Cut. We're done.
That's how you want.
All done.
What else do we have?
All done. Cut.
Just threw me off.
This has been your. We're done. Pastor Christian, take us out because you're really on here trying to get me fucking hemmed up, and I'm not with it. Take us out.
No, that was good.
Oh my god.
That's cool. We pretty much near.
It's 10:20.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, I just took my shot. I'm at a point.
Oh, we do want to say, I mean, this y'all will be late seeing it, so you probably still up here, but we're having a kickball event tomorrow. Shout out BDN, shout out Mills for putting everything together. We've been working on this. We having a kickball event for y'all at Sudbrook, 4:30. Again, it's gonna be when you see it. It doesn't matter, but fucking pull up, come out.
If you watched this episode and you wasn't at the kickball
we appreciate the fact that whoever comes out, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all for coming out and supporting. We thank y'all in advance because again, you're gonna see this afterwards. So,
but shame on those who watch
who
it.
Won't
no, not even shame because when we fucking start to get lit and niggas start to notice who we are. We don't need y'all haters who wasn't paying attention when at the bottom. He wasn't with us shooting in the fucking basement. We here with it, so we don't need that.
And to that, I say
we lit regardless.
Yes.
I ain't got shit in my cup.
This
shit, y'all really trying to play
on that episode.
This has been the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We are right in the middle of the conversation. I have your host, Mr. Freemans. To my left, I have
Taylor, aka Doc. To my left, I have
Heavy J. Heavy. To my left, I have
the one and only Pastor Master Christian.
If you enjoyed this episode, and you don't want to boycott this episode, go ahead and comment, share this video with your friends, do all that. Make sure you go to bdnpodcast.com, get yourself your own Busy Doing Nothing cap. And until next time, everybody, be safe, ceasefire again, please.
All right,
Touch. You already drunk it?
Y'all drunk, y'all shots.
Yeah,
I don't even want to drink that shit.
Oh, still okay.